another edition of Dashawns2cents is West meets East Coast, Larry Legend, ring announcer for CZW and more.
And I'm here for the first time on the West Coast for Wrestling Cares Association.
Awesome show, man. What do you think of the show, man?
Oh man, I thought it was like, well, I can't say it was like nothing else, but I definitely,
I
can't say that. But I definitely thought that it was an alternative take on what we are used to digesting in the wrestling community these days.
You went over?
Well, I mean, everyone seemed to be really into it, and as the night went on, I didn't see anyone waiting. I didn't see anyone leaving. The capacity crowd that was on hand tonight stayed and enjoyed themselves. So I think it went over like a success.
What do you think about Alex Colon winning the best of the best? Kind of an upset victory, but the...
Well, you know the thing about it is that Alex Colon has put in a lot of time with Combat Zone Wrestling. He made a nice showing for himself at Best of the Best 11. But you know what? He made a goal that next year at Best of the Best, not only was he going to enter the tournament, qualify for it, but he was also going to win, and he did. So, props to Alex Colon. I've been with him for years now. I was so proud. Although A.R. Fox is a really good personal friend of mine, I was so proud of what Alex Colon was able to accomplish.
And A.R. Fox has been on the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was really a pleasure for me to be announcing Alex Colon as the winner of Best of the Best 12.
How long have you been ring announcing for?
Wow, that's a great question. I started ring announcing on December the 4th, 2002.
My sister's birthday.
That's also Jay-Z's birthday.
Oh, Jay-Z's birthday.
My best friend Todd Berry, that's his birthday. So the December 4th date has always meant something significantly to me. And it turns out that the first time I ever held a microphone in my hand and announced it was for Maryland Championship Wrestling on December the 4th, 2002 for Seasons Beatings.
Okay.
So it's been over 10 years now.
Sounds like your memorable moments the past 10 years. Yeah, memorable moments.
Oh, wow.
I saw you getting fired out of it. That was kind of...
that was memorable.
Yeah, memorable.
Just to go on the record, anyone who's watching that was not part of the show.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people think, oh, well, you know, DJ Hyde fired Matt Tremont. Yeah. So going along with the story, DJ Hyde fired Larry Legend, but 100% with my hand over my heart, my autism awareness pin, that was 100% real. It was not part of the show, and I kind of had to get sent to the doghouse for taking that microphone and basically going into business for myself, is what we call it. So, you know, that was a memorable moment, but other than that, that wasn't a pleasant moment that I remember. Probably the most memorable moment for me in professional wrestling was being super bombed off the top rope by the Dudley Boys back in 2006 for Fort Meade Championship Wrestling in Maryland. The Dudley Boys came through. They had a fantastic match, but I told them at the onset of the event that even though everyone wanted to see someone go through a table, there would be no tables broken at the Fort Meade Championship Wrestling on that night. Well, the Dudley Boys showed me that even though I had the microphone and I was making the announcements, they were in charge. And by the end of the night, I was going off the top rope through a table. I'll never forget it, and it probably was the most memorable moment I've ever had in my career.
Tell my West Coast viewers that they don't know you, what are you about, and introduce yourself, tell some good facts about yourself.
Sure, well, I'm Larry Legend. I started out as a professional wrestling ring announcer for Maryland Championship Wrestling back in 2002. It was shortly after I started with Maryland Championship Wrestling that I met an individual by the name of Ruckus. Bruce Lee of Whitney as I announced.
I like all your nicknames for him.
Well, I'll let the cat out of the bag. Most of that material comes from Robbie Marino. So when I call Ruckus the Seth Rogen of hitting trees harder than Nick Hogan, that's not all coming from a noggin. I just know how to make it sound legendary. Ruckus is the one who more or less discovered me from Maryland Championship Wrestling and said, you know what, man, you need to be my personal ring announcer in CZW.
Because you got the voice, right?
And he brought me up there with him, and the rest was history. I started being Blackout's ring announcer. Before long, the ring announcer for CZW quit to go on to greener pastures with the WWE. Edo Mack is the